Hello everyone. So just to follow up on the video I did last week on nutrition, like one of the questions I get asked a lot is about like food preparation, or like when I put videos online, people ask me certain questions about where do you get this and where do you get that. So I just wanted to run through a few things that always pretty much stay in my cupboards, our cupboards. So, important things. And going back to what I said last week on the theme of keeping things as ingredient free as possible, not necessarily organic, but as ingredient free as possible. So when you read a packet, I'll give you an example with broccoli is a great example. There's not even like an ingredients thing on broccoli because it's broccoli. It is just broccoli. So, you don't get any sort of like fresher than that. So the first thing really what you need to do is kind of source where you're going to get things from. So for me, it's always kind of going to Tesco's and kind of wandering around and buying crap you don't need and all that sort of thing. So I was talking to one of my clients, Andrew, and he suggested about going to Ocado online. They did a really good deal. They did, I think it was like £20 off your first order if you spend 80, free delivery, and then they put us on their Smart Pass for like 3 months as well, so you got even more free deliveries. It works out I think about $7.99 normally. You get deliveries whenever. So may seem irrelevant, but it's just useful because it gets delivered. And one of the reasons why people struggle with their food prep is time. So if you can kind of almost spend that little bit of money on getting some time back and making things a bit simpler, having things delivered to your door, that's a good start. Also stops you buying crap you don't need. And when I say crap you don't need, I literally mean crap. Because when you go around the aisles in supermarkets, they always put the sweet, the chocolates and the crisps and the Coke and all that sort of crap that you really just don't need on the aisle. So you go around and you're craving something or whatever because you're after work and you had a bit of a stressed out day. What do? You're going to buy something that you don't need. So again, make it simple. Perhaps try online shopping. Some people say it's lazy, but I think it's really effective. And I, like many of you, I'm busy. I have lots of things to do work-wise. And to be honest, I don't really want to spend an hour walking around a supermarket. I'd rather do something else, like go for a run or go for a walk with my wife, or take the dog for a walk, or play my guitar, or the list is endless. So kind of coming back to sourcing things. So the first one, it doesn't have to be Ocado, but it's great. For me, it's worked really well, and their deliveries are very efficient, very prompt. The other one is meat, protein. Okay, if you eat meat. If not, if you only do fish, then a decent fishmonger. Can't really recommend a specific fishmonger myself, but there's plenty out there. I know there's a market if you're a Didcot based person in Wantage. I think they sell fish, but anyway, a decent butcher. I've tried a few, and the one that I find that is best is Cownan Brothers in Didcot. Those of you that know Didcot, Travis Perkins is just basically opposite that, up the Hagbourne Road. I know a lot of people that I know already use them, but if you don't, start. Not only do they provide great quality things, great quality items, etc., at very, very good prices, in my opinion. They're very friendly, and not just myself, because generally I don't have a huge problem with cooking things, but I know if you are unsure, you don't know how to cook certain things, be it steak or certain types of roast meats, beef, lamb, etc., or even barbecuing stuff, any advice, they'll help you out. They'll chat to you about it. They'll probably sell you more stuff, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. So yeah, and the main thing that I get from there is chicken. So what they do is they do 5 kilos for $24.99. I think they offered it to me one time for an extra £5. They'll season it up. They will butterfly it, and they'll put it into individual bags. So I've got some here. Okay, so I'm not sure exactly how much this is because I brought 10 kilos today. You can probably just about read the garlic butter. You can see all those lovely chicken breasts in there have been seasoned up, and they've been butterfly down the middle. I've got another bag here. This is Oriental salt and pepper. I've got some lemon and pepper in there. I've got some Kansas barbecue. I know I talk about ingredient free, but I'm not really going to sweat the small stuff about a bit of seasoning. When I'm on it, my diet's pretty spot on. And again, think of it more in general terms. Don't analyze every calorie, unless you really want to. But unless you're a competitive bodybuilder, I'd say it's probably a little bit OTT. But going back to the chicken, I've bought 10 kilos there. That's cost me 60 quid. I can literally take that out of the bag, pop it on the barbecue, pop it in a pan. I can cook big griddle pan, 8 in one go. It'll last a fair few days in the fridge. Perfect. Again, when it comes to time saving, I'll pay that bit extra for these boys to kind of, do something preparing it wise. It'll probably take me a good hour preparing all those, 10 kilos worth. If I was to prepare 10 kilos worth, season it up with really good quality seasoning. As I say, it's just not worth it. The other thing I've got today, can't see it too well, it's in a little pack here, and I've tipped it up in the car, which is really genius. Beef stir fry. Something that I think it was Steve in Cownans said to me once. It's funny that a lot of people, and I 100% agree, a lot of people, and it's no nasty criticism, will go to the supermarket and buy some pre-prepared meal with about 1 million different ingredients. They have no idea what it is, but they'll eat it and think that that's good. But you've got sirloin beef and various vegetables all prepared there. A portion for one, because my wife doesn't really eat beef, so that's fine. But that's for me. I probably actually do a normal person 2 portions, but for me it's just about 1. But yeah, I mean, that's simple. All I've got to do is put that in a pan, and if I want to add something to it, noodles, or I'll probably add potatoes or maybe some basmati rice, to be fair. But it's a really simple meal. So anyone, if you live alone, or if you've got a night free on your own, or if you fancy a takeaway, maybe just go for that, because again, it's nice and clean and ingredient free. Then again, staples of the cupboard. So good quality butcher. Go give them a message on Facebook. That's all I do. Message them on Facebook. Ask them this and that. Ask them about the chicken. 5 kilos, seasoned, sliced. Will they do it for you? Can't see why not. And go in and pick it up. Easy peasy. They'll let you know when. So staples of the cupboard. Broccoli. People call me the broccoli man. For me, it's just simple. It's like chicken. You can boil it for 5-10 minutes, and then it will last in the fridge in a pot. Just on that, quick one. These, because I've had a lot of people ask. 10 of these 3 compartment pots. Andy at the Park Club recommended them to me from Amazon. I forget how much they are. They're under a tenner, I'm pretty sure, for 10. They're fine. They're perfect. They stack up quite well. They fit in my fridge perfectly. You can get 2 compartment ones, but I go chicken, broccoli in that corner, and sweet potato, roasted or mashed or whatever. And you're not going to get a better way of food prepping than that. It's just simple. I'll prep 10 of those. Probably last me about 4 days. Again, I'm looking at prepping food twice a week tops. So yeah, there's that one. Answered that question. So what else have I got? I got chicken. I've got bacon. I've got some steaks. I've got my little stir fry as a bit of a cheat meal that really isn't a cheat because it's clean, healthy food. Tuna. This one here, 3 tins, 2 for £7 on Ocado. Or Ocado, whatever you call it. This one, I think this was about 3 quid, 4 cans from B&M. Either or. I mean, don't sweat the fats. I said that last week about ingredient-free foods. If you've got any questions on fats, just drop me a message. But again, ingredient-wise, ingredients. Can't find the ingredients. There isn't any. Ingredients. Tuna, spring water, salt. Simple. I mean, you're not going to get much easier than that. I mean, I have that for a bit of a snack. I might add something to it, bit of salt and pepper. I might add a bit of with the water one, bit of olive oil. Obviously the oil one, I don't need to. Bit of white wine vinegar, lemon juice. Add it to a salad. I mean, packed full of protein and just lean and simple. What else have I got? Avocados, absolute king. I mean, these bad boys just absolutely packed full of energy. I can't see an ingredient label on there. No, pretty sure there isn't one. That's because there isn't any ingredients. It's just an avocado. Anyone that thinks this is any sort of sin food, yeah, okay, is a bit mad. So good for you. I mean, some people don't like them, but one of the best things I love about avocado is just literally cutting them open around there. Scoop out the insides with a spoon, mash it on a plate, a little bit of chilli, a little bit of lemon juice. Can't see any ingredients on those either. Magic. Simple, guacamole. But again, you know, staples of the cupboard. Sweet potatoes, cheap as. Yeah, absolutely cheap as. Fantastic form of slow release carbohydrates. Snacks, fruit, bananas, apples, eggs, boiled eggs. Now, not just for snacks, but breakfast. Poached, scrambled, fried in butter or something, you know, no trans fats, no margarine, none of that sort of nonsense. Seasoning. Don't be afraid of salt and pepper. If you're covering your food in tons of it, probably not a good idea. But seasoning. Things like lemon juice, as I said, chilies, fresh herbs, coriander, parsley, basil, all that sort of stuff, all that good stuff you can grow in your garden if you've got a garden. If you live in a flat like we used to, you know, just grow it in a pot. But the point is, I'm making that point I made last time about ingredient free. You know, keep things simple. Source somewhere decent. You've got supermarkets, online shopping. Buy what you need. Don't buy tons of stuff. Buy what you need that is ingredient free. Like all these lovely things that I've put out here that I've just shown you. Go to a decent butcher. Try a few if you're unsure. I recommend Cownan's, as I say. But if you're unsure, just try a few. There's no urgent need to just pick the first one that's out there. If you're like unsure, fine. If you go to the first one you think is great, fine. I mean, I live in a town where there's 3. So I'm quite lucky, really. As I say, shop around price-wise for various bits and pieces. But source somewhere decent. Prep it so you've got an idea of what you're going to buy. Keep certain things simple. You can add other bits and pieces to that, dietary requirements, etc. But all this stuff that I have here is pretty much always in my cupboards. It's like a regular thing on my instant shop or when I do my shopping, etc. And if you always have those things in, and then you prep them in batch and you store them in pots, you increase the likelihood that you're going to go to your fridge and go, all right, well, I'll have that, rather than going, okay, well, I fancy a pizza. So again, keep it simple. Food prep needs to be kept simple, and it just needs to just have that little bit of thought to make it really, really easy. So yeah, it doesn't need to be boring. It doesn't need to be difficult. It doesn't need to be overcomplicated. So let's keep it that way. Another quick one. Next week, my friend and fellow personal trainer James Lloyd and I are going to have a question and answer session. Not live. We're going to do it pre-taped. So what I need from any of you that watch these videos, any of my clients, etc., is some questions that you want answering. It might be to do with food prep. It might be to do with training. It might be to do with why I do certain things that I do. It might be something that you've seen in the gym that you want to ask a question about. No question is a stupid question or daft or anything like that. So Facebook message me, comment on this video. There's loads of ways to get in contact, and just let us know. So then we can build up a little bit of a list of questions and we can rattle them all off for you. Hope you find the video helpful. Please like and comment and share. Be nice. Yeah, have a nice day. Cheers. Bye.